What's up, YouTube? Wonderful World of Odd here, and just recently I've really gotten into making videos and exposing things. I didn't really know I was gonna take it as far as I have, with exposing stuff. I just started seeing all the weird things of the world, and that's why I created this channel. In a very short time, I've created enemies. If you've seen my last video where show a video exposing how I'm being attacked. But anyway, let's move on to this. Our plane, our existence, this realm that we live in, you want to call it a flat Earth or a ball hurling through space. No matter what, they tell us that. Well, my hat's all crooked. Sorry, guys. Look like everything's backwards on the camera. Anyway. Doesn't matter. It looks stupid, doesn't it? Anyway, they tell us that it's 80% water, correct? The plane, the planet, whatever, is 80% water. Well, I want to show you something from The Big Short. The movie came out 2015. It's a Christian Bale movie. I like all these names in Hollywood, if you pay attention to them, they're always got some esoteric meaning. Bale, like Bale worship, Christian, and then Bale, Christian Bale, so that's crazy. That's a wonderful World of Odd thing right there. But anyway, the movie's come out in 2015, and it's about the housing crash we had in 2008, I believe. But I just want to show y'all something, and then we'll get on with the rest of the video. So, this Mike figured out the system. Years, let's see. Let's just read this. Michael Burke Times, if anyone wanted to interview him to find out how he knew the system would collapse years before anyone else. No one ever returned his calls, but he was audited 4 times and questioned by the FBI. The small investing is focused on the commodity of water. And this movie is 2015. There's about a guy talking about this in 2008. So he invests in water. That's a strange thing to invest in if this whole place is supposed to be like 80% water. Well, I'll tell you what, I live in southeastern New Mexico, and it's all oil field country around here, and it's desert. We live in the Chihuahuan Desert. But we have rivers and, lakes and things. And they pull millions of gallons of water straight from these lakes to drill these wells. I mean, we got oil rigs everywhere. And for some reason, they always got to use all this fresh water. It used to not be like that. I was a driller on a rig for years. And we did use fresh water, but not like they're using now. And it's all this fracking and new technology and the way they're doing things. They are using up water, and they're doing it purposefully. They're getting rid of anything that sustains life. If it will sustain life, they're just destroying it. But I want to tie all this in with global warming. So this is the final scene of that movie. Like I said, The Big Short, and it's crazy. It's pretty cool. I'm going to leave a link. You should just watch this final scene just to hear how it's just a reminder of how they screwed us on the whole thing where the taxpayers bail all these guys out and nobody goes to jail. I advise anybody who don't quite remember to come back and watch. All you got to do is watch this if you don't want to watch the whole movie. I like the movie. That was a good movie. Exposed a lot. I'm surprised Hollywood put it out. But anyway, so the guy, man, that's nuts. Why would you invest in water? Well, let's look at something. So we're going to look at first, this is just Google Images. These are oceans. It's really bad in Brazil. Oceans. New ocean receding. Ocean receding in Brazil. Look at that. That is millions of gallons gone. Look at this one. Millions of gallons gone. Millions of gallons gone. So it's a lot of these are pictures of Brazil. That's just nuts. I've only seen the ocean a few times. I've seen the Atlantic once. I've seen the Pacific, 6, 8 times. Living in the desert, I'm thousands of miles away from any ocean, but this is just nuts to me that this much water because you can tell that water used to be there and it's just gone. So if we have this thing called global warming, I'm not going to click on any of these, but you could just look through the, article after article of global warming. Well, if we really have global warming, wouldn't all the ice in the north, in the northern pole and the south pole, wouldn't all these ice caps be melting and the oceans actually be gaining water and we'd have more water? It's all bullshit. In other words, it's bullshit. Global warming, it's a bunch of bullshit. It's not real. Now they're wanting to fight climate changes, which it's just ridiculous. We're going to reflect the sun to reduce global warming by chemtrailing the hell out of us in the skies. It's been going on for years, but they're just now coming out and saying it. This whole thing is just insane. I was reading a little bit about it. Carbon is the problem. Carbon's a natural thing that the earth does. How can carbon be a problem? Anyway, it's just all bullshit. I just want to show, how could oceans be receding and we have global at the same time? It's impossible. Now, I want to go over one more thing. It's crazy because I see this in Brazil as well, and Chile and places like that. And there's a lot of articles on this. And this is due to something else. I don't know why the oceans are disappearing, but they're talking about all these places, all these rivers and lakes disappear overnight. And I didn't go to the images, but just lakes and rivers. So this is fresh water. Where's all this fresh water going? You can click more results and just lakes and rivers that are just disappearing overnight. There's a lot of YouTube videos on it. But I have a theory, and this is just my own thoughts. If any of y'all ever heard of these, called these dumb bases, these deep underground military bases, and they're called dumbs. Well, if the elites got all these bases and all these cities and all this stuff they're talking about underground, and they're destroying the life above ground that's on the, it's going to need fresh water and millions of gallons of it. So is that possibly where all this water is going? They're destroying us. The ocean's receding, the fresh water's disappearing, the air's poisoned, the food's poisoned, everything's poisoned. They're killing us right now. People, you need to wake up and just realize, quit listening to the lies and look at your eyes. What do your eyes tell you? Use common sense, use some intuition, use your gut feelings. Quit believing all the BS, because that's all it is. That's all I got for this one. Just going to end it with this. Jesus saves. He's the only name that saves. The God is Bel. It's all Bel worship, and they're killing us, people. Anyway, God bless. I love you all. Wonderful Worldwide out.